So what happened to the game beforehand?
Recording. Okay, I'm just going to quickly mute everyone. Should have done that just before. There we go. Mute. All the late people can come late. So how are we all? Hope you're all fantastic. It's been an incredible week. I know the crew is over in New Zealand. They're whipping up a storm over there, which is awesome. And if anyone knows anyone in Taupo, have I said it right?
Taupo.
They've changed, they've added a new event. So if you know people over there, let us know, because let's get as many people to those events as we possibly can. They're doing a market party and also regional training for brand partners that do live in the area, which is really exciting for that part of the North Island, which is cool. So New Zealand's on the move, which is exciting. So I'm going to hook straight into how cool it is that we have a new promotion, and the new promotion, if you have not seen it, which I'm sure I bet somebody's not seen it, is called Rise Up and Rank Up. I absolutely love this promotion because what it teaches us is the actual core essence of this business, which is when we learn to taproot, that is when we start to learn to build a business deep. I'll talk a little bit about taprooting in a second. I'm just going to run through this promotion. So it's called Rise Up, Rank Up. And it's for the whole of August, from the 1st of August to the last day of August. And what happens is that if you rank up to director or team director, you actually receive the bonus. I'm going to call this in Aussie dollars, is $300 in Australian dollars, which is a bonus extra from all the other commissions and everything else that goes on in your business. It's just extra money that they're actually putting on the table. For Elite, if you rank up to Elite Director, Premier Director or Area Director, it's a $600 cash bonus. And if you rank up to RMD or above, it's a $1,200 bonus. And that's, as I said, all in Aussie dollars. Now you have to go and have a look. If you look into your back office, I'm not sure if it's there yet, but it'll be there in no time at all. If not tomorrow, you'll see a Rise Up, Rank Up widget, and that will tell you the highest rank that you achieved between February this year and June this year. So if you can't work it out, don't worry, that's cool. There's going to be a widget there that's going to tell you exactly where you're going, what you're going for. If you do want to go work it out, because it's not there yet, if you go to your reports, once you go into your dashboard, if you go to your reports, go down to ranks, and you can just literally change the month. Up the top, there's a drop-down box, and just change the month all the way back to January, and that will tell you the highest rank that you've achieved. So you know now then what you'd be running for. There are FAQs. I really can't recommend enough. Whenever we have a promotion, always read the FAQs really carefully. There's every promotion is different. There's different ways that we qualify. So it's always really important that we read exactly what we have to do. So ranking up is one of the parts. Another part is that we need to also, to qualify for this, we as brand partners also need to go out and enroll a brand partner on the minimum of 500 QV and help them hit their first highest rank, which will be for possibly, you can get them to Fast Start Qualify, or, you know, they might be Brand Partner Plus, but you need to help them bring on the minimum of at least one brand partner so you can achieve this particular promotion. Now, that is what I see as an incredible, what Neora has done is incredible, because it's what we call taprooting. And taprooting is when we have you enroll a brand partner, and I'm going to call my brand partner Lucy. Say I enroll Lucy, and then I work with Lucy and link arms with Lucy to help Lucy bring on her first brand partner. Now I'm starting, as you can see, the tap route. Then I go help Lucy's brand partner, Gianna, and we want to link arms with Gianna, and we want to help her bring on her first brand partner. And then we bring on Gianna's first brand partner, and we're going to call her Tony. And we are then going to link arms with Tony and help Tony bring on her first brand partner. So can you see the way this works? And that's exactly what this promotion is teaching us to do. So it's a really fantastic promotion. I know sometimes people go, oh my gosh, that's all too scary. How am I going to get 3,500 in volume to be a director when I'm brand new? It's so doable. Break it down. Break it down into different parts. You can either bring on if you bring on 3 new brand partners in your organization, especially if you have none, cool, you've got 3 new brand partners. That's 1,500 in volume. You also help them all bring on 3 customers each. That's another 1,000. So that's 2,500 in volume. So then we've got another 1,000 in volume to get to that director. How are we going to do that? Are we going to help our new brand partners bring on a brand partner? That's another 500 each. So there's different ways that we can do this, but if we break it down to just what are the volumes of our packs, what are the volumes of bringing on customers, we gather that together, and there we have the ability to go out and go, I might have 0 volume, I might have 0 business, and in 1 month, you can absolutely achieve that director spot and get not only all of the commissions plus the $300 cash bonus that Neora has put on the table for us. So how do we do that? As always, we do that by sharing our products and opportunity. Last week, we talked about many people here are just sharing the products because the products are so good. They're very easy for us to go and share the products. It's like, you put water dropping down at the top of a mountain. It's going to find the easiest way and the easiest path to get to the bottom of that mountain. It's the same as this. We do that through building customers. What's so great is Neora does reward us for those customers, but we want to get other people to help us build a customer base too. And by doing that, that is going to level your business up so you build a really strong business. So the other thing that I just want to share, which is really exciting, which was brought out this week as well, is the Edge. So I don't know who here is going to the Edge or who's committed to going to the Edge, but they've brought out now anybody that buys an Edge ticket as of the 1st of August is going to actually get 200 in trip volume. So you need to get to the Edge, guys. That training is going to be so fantastic. It's going to be training where you're going to learn from different leaders in the field that are in the trenches doing the business, and they're going to learn and give you their best tips. And they're also going to add an extra draw of everybody the people that have the most personally enrolled brand partners at the Edge are going to be awarded a 500 trip volume. So that's pretty exciting as well. So I really wanted to share with everybody tonight something that I've been looking at a lot is our before and after photos. So our before and after photos are an incredible tool. Now, I know when Puya first came to Australia and really shared with us how to build this business was using third-party tools. Third-party tools are the key ingredient to everything that we do in this business. Before and after photos, and I remember in his presentation, he used to talk about Shalom Murphy. If you don't know who Shalom Murphy is, she is a #1 income earner in the company, and she built her whole entire organization on her before and after photo. She became her own walking billboard. Now, you might have your mums or your sons or your brothers or your sisters or somebody that's close. You might use them as your walking billboard rather than yours, and that's fine too. But when it's someone that is in your life that you can actually go, check out Bill, my brother, there's so much more power in that. But one of the things that I noticed is that sometimes people are not sure how to actually take before and after photos, because it can be, it's so important to have really great, clear photos and take the time to know that when you're taking the time taking these photos, these are your future walking billboards. These are people in your life, in your families, in your friend networks that they then become your walking billboards for you in your business. So taking that time to take good photos is really important. So I've asked Cal to share with us tonight, going through what she's looking for when she is taking before and after photos. She takes great before and afters, and it's great to hear it from someone who takes them well all the time, so we can learn from them. So Kel, if you want to unmute, and I will pop myself out of the way. Oh, sorry, I unmuted you.
Thanks, Rachie, so much. Hey everyone, how you all doing tonight, Monday evening? Love it. So this is something that's pretty close to my heart, before and after photos, because I think my nature is that of a skeptic person. So, when I first started, even to this day, you should see me. I get the photos and I zoom in and I have a really good look, because I tell you what, I want to know whether this is for real and whether I can repost it. And I know that we've all got access to each other's photos, but you really want to take a good hard look at these photos, because you don't want to open it up to any critics. You know what? We have built a company around some of the most amazing before and after photos. So there is thousands and thousands of photos to use. So be picky, because you've got that opportunity to be picky. So I'm going to share my screen with you. I want to take you through a few little things that I look for. I want to also talk to you about when you are posting photos and some verbiage to use and that sort of stuff. So get your notepad out, get ready, because here we go. I've got to work out how to use this machine. Hey, Rach. Oh, you did hit record. You're good. Don't worry. Just checking. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to share with you a post that we have up for all of our brand partners to have a look at. And for all of you that aren't, that are across the teams, can you see this bathroom light post? Yes? So maybe take a screenshot if you can, keep it on your phone, because it's going to give you a whole lot of tips and tricks. And I'm just going to run through them for you. Firstly, a really, really important thing for you guys to do is make sure you have good light. Now, with the do's and don'ts, I always say take between 10 and 20 photos. Just get around that house with your photo up, with your camera up, and just take photo after photo in all different areas. What you want to look for is the light to be in front of you. If the light is behind you, you're going to get shadows. Example, looking window behind you, you can see how she's got a shadow on her face. You can see even with the bathroom light, she can have shadows around her eyes, the artificial light. So make sure that light's in front of you and that it's right on your face, and there's no shadows around your eyes, no shadows on your nose. I know when I first started, I reckon my phone was full of about 1,000 photos of me, and Donnie somehow was getting all my photographs, and he was like, what the heck is all these photos of you? And I tell you, they weren't very nice, because they would be full photos, they were like a big mugshot, but I just kept taking them until I could get them clear. So that's the biggest tip. Get your lighting right. Make sure your lighting is in front of you and there's no blur and no shadows. Natural lighting is always the best, but sometimes not possible. If it's going to be artificial light, once again, make sure it's facing from the front. Try and have a bit of a plain background if possible. You don't want your background too busy because it's going to take away what we're actually looking at and what the photo is all about. Also, you want to be up close and personal in that frame. So if you look at the frame that I'm sitting in at the moment, you don't want to take the photo from here because you haven't got a clue really if I've got wrinkles or if I haven't. But you want to get up close and personal and put your face right in the frame. So top to bottom, side to side, and just stare straight in the one spot without an expression on your face. If you do have an expression on your face, make sure your after photo has an expression on your face, because that is a major critical point that people will say, oh yeah, but she was smiling in the first photo, or she wasn't smiling, or her eyes were looking up in the second photo. So make sure that your photos are as close or as similar as you possibly can. Has everyone got a screenshot of that? I'm just going to unshare that now. The next thing I want to talk about with those do's and don'ts, fill that frame, and that goes for anywhere that you're taking, whether it's a headshot, you want to fill it from the top to wherever it is that you want to include it. Let's say it was a photo of my butt. Gosh, you don't want that, but that would be pretty easy to fill that frame. But you want to make sure that you can see what the targeted area is, because there's nothing worse than a photo that's taken 3 meters away and you're trying to work out whether she's got cellulite or what's going on with it. So make sure that the targeted area is what's in the frame of the photo. And then once again, the after photo. Just a little exercise right now for those of you who aren't on your phones watching this. I want you to get your phone out and I want you to take a selfie of yourself. No one's going to see it. This is just an exercise for you. What I want to tell you is, I know with an iPhone, a photographer told me this, that your front lens has a softening effect. How lovely. The selfie lens has a softening effect. If you're going to take your photo, make sure you use the same lens for the before and the after. Nothing worse than taking a soft photo with the selfie lens and then you're getting someone else to take the after photo with the outside lens, because you just need to use that same lens. So be aware. I want you to take a before photo of yourself and I want you to try and get good light, but just take it now because you're going to work out later on what I'm talking about. Look at everyone moving around. Yes, Bo? Okay. Okay. Everyone got that photo going? Look at the whole movement of everybody. So now, just towards the end of this call, I'm going to get you to take an after photo. And I want you to see how difficult it is to actually get the lighting the same. Even though it's only going to be a half an hour difference, it's amazing how different the lighting can be. So you might need to walk around the house. It might not be the same background, but walk around until you can get a pretty similar light, and then take the after. And then I want you to practice putting them side by side in that we'll talk about shortly. Okay, fill the frame. Make sure that the targeted area is what you can see. Now, once you've taken that photo, I want you to zoom in on your photo and I want you to know whether your photo is clear. If it's blurry, it could just be that you slightly moved your hand and you didn't realize. Another big trick, and Lauren can contest to this, you've got a little camera here, you've got to clean it. Because if you don't clean it, it's blurry. No one wants to see blurry photos. Sometimes you can get like a little cotton tip and give it a good clean out. It's amazing the clarity that happens after that. It's like, whoa. So clean your lens all the time, often. The next part about that, when you zoom in, I want you to look at the skin. I want you to look for the pores in the skin. You should be able to see the pores. You should be able to see the wrinkles because the light's at the front, and you should be able to see, hopefully, the hair. Oh my gosh, they're stepping on the keyboard. Get off. Just keeping
I didn't get that.
Oh, Siri's checked in too. Hold on. Turn Siri off. Okay. Are we all good? Cat, stay there. I want you to zoom in and I want you to check the pores. I want you to check whether you can see hair. And I want you to have a look, especially when you're looking at a photo around the eye area, for blurred lashes. If the lashes are blurred, I ask you not to use that photo because you're opening it up to criticism. Because often one won't be blurred and one may be blurred. You don't need the criticism, and it's like a bad apple in the pack. As soon as somebody makes that call that, oh my God, well, how come this one's blurred and that one's not? Everybody earns a title to an opinion or a license to an opinion. And then they go in firing and your whole post has been shot to pieces. Now, of course, all of this information, it's coming to you and it's only what I observe and what I see. But I want you guys to have as much success as you can. So the more picky you are, the better your photos are going to be. I want to have a little talk with you about what do we post on these photos. So I like to call it a hook. You've got to hook that person. And this isn't for your customer pages. If you guys have a customer page like our team has Linked Arms, I'm not so much talking about that because they know what products we use in there. But let's say it's on your private page that you post a before and after photo. You've got to come up with a really good hook or a title, and that should always go towards hitting someone's bruise. I like to say it's a bruise. So my bruise is under my eyes. It's the place that I think makes me look the oldest out of everywhere. And if I can fix it, I will. So a slight example would be a before and after photo, a very good quality of the eye area. And I could say something along the lines like, I'm continuously tired and was chasing a solution that could hide the fact that I haven't slept for the last 10 years. That's it. I don't want you to write anything else. I don't want you to write PM me for more details. Get in touch if you want some information. Check out what Neora's eye serum can do. A bottle of the eye serum so people can see it. Now, people say, why don't you want us to do that? Well, because people, firstly, aren't silly. And I tell you, if somebody put that photo up that attracted me and a comment like that, I'd go, wow. I'd have to type in there, what is it that she's using or what is it that you're using? Because that's my bruise. My eyes are my bruise. So you've got to find people's bruise and you have to poke it, because you want them to come to you and ask the question. The second reason why I don't want you to put Neora or the photo of the bottles on your page is that there's lots of reports coming back that when you do that, people can go in now and they're going to Google. So let's say Rachel puts a post up that says Neora body firming contour cream. Check out the results. PM me for details or whatever it is. And then I could go and Google it and Australian corporate Neora comes up and it says place order or buy now. Well, I don't have a clue that that's not a shop or that's not you or that I have to buy off you. So I'm just going to go buy now. Well, what happens to that sale? You don't get it if they don't know who you are and type your brand partner details in. That sale goes into a hopper and then it gets distributed out amongst PDs and above, I believe, premier directors and up. How many customers do you think you may have lost so far by doing that? Because you're not going to know, because they're just going to go and order it. You wouldn't know who was looking at your post and who wasn't, and then they go and order it and somebody else has got that sale. It's not necessary. It's just not necessary that you put it on there. And that's why I tell my guys, don't put it on there. You don't need it. You just need the hook and you need to poke their bruise and so that they come back and they ask you the questions. Once they've asked you the questions, you can private message them all the details in the world and how they go about ordering it. You've built the relationship and you're on your way. So that's what I just wanted to really aim into you about. You know, you could put a before and after photo of the eyes up and you could say, oh, check out Neora's amazing eye serum. It addresses fine lines, wrinkles, dark circles, puffiness. Or you could say, I've been consistently looking for an eye serum that hides the fact that I've been tired for the last 10 years. Which one seems like more of an ad? The first one? What it touches, because you just got to try and not be too addy, too much like you're selling something. You just want to share a product that's doing some amazing things. I'm going to open it up for questions shortly, so just keep thinking about them. What else have I got? The branding, don't put the bottles, don't put the branding up there, just put the hook, put the bruise, and they'll come back. Now, a little bit of an example, I did a post today, and it was for pigmentation. And so far, I've had 8 people contact me, and my post said, struggling with pigmentation, age spots, freckles, melasma. So was Maria and Gretchen and others before them. That was it, with 2 before and after photos. And I've had 8 people contact me. It looked like that. You just don't have to add anymore. And I know you think that you do, but I promise you, you don't. Just create and build that curiosity. Get people asking you the questions. What is it? Because I tell you what, if it's a bruise that you're advertising, they're going to come to you and they're going to ask. Unmute yourself, guys, if you've got, I'm just going to show you these photos firstly and give you a bit more of an idea of what I'm talking about, just so that you know. Can someone tell me what they're looking at? Rach, can you unmute me? Unmute
your
yourself.
screen.
Okay, so you've got those birthday photos, bathrooms. Okay, here we go. So you can see this picture of the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So if you zoomed in on that eye, or you can see it just with the bare eye, can you see the difference in the clarity? Now this photo I've got off of a page. Like, this is an ad. Somebody's put this up. I'd never use it. And for that fact that it's smudged under the eye, I can't see his eyelashes clearly. I can't even see his eyebrow clearly. So I would never use that picture. Here's a photo of Shay. Thanks, Shay. I love Shay's hook. If this is what 3 weeks looks like, I can't wait to see my 3 months results. She's listed what she's got there. Now, the reason she's listed it is because to her, she knows all the difference. But let's say people couldn't see the difference, which Shay, I absolutely can. But let's say they couldn't. She's now describing what the difference is, because she doesn't want somebody to go, oh, that chick's having a go at herself if she thinks there's a big difference. There's a difference, and she can feel it. So now she's describing it in that post. Great hook, Shay. Well done. The only thing I would change about that for a little bit of feedback is to make sure that those photos are both on the same angle. Because people would say, oh, yeah, but the light was reflecting off this way. Or I'm just saying, don't open it up for anyone to criticise. And the last one I want to share with you is a before and after. This is a great before and after, but you can see that the lighting is very, very different. And there's 2 bottles of our cream on there. I'd get rid of those bottles because I don't want anybody to Google it. And I would perhaps turn those photos into black and white, because it just sort of brings it into focus a little bit more. You don't have to, but it's just another option. If you're not sure about that, try turning your pictures to black and white and see if it creates a better look. So I want you guys to unmute yourself if you've got any questions, because there's so much I could just go on and on and on about before and after photos, but I just want to give you that little bit of an idea of what to look for, because that's what people are looking at. Has anyone got any questions? Oh, I want you to take your after photo.
No.
I want you to take your after photo. And if you haven't got Pic Collage, get yourself Pic Collage. You don't have to buy it. You can just use it. And it's got a side by side. You can just put them side by side. When you put them together, I want you to try and make them not so one's big and one's small, but try and get both heads exactly the same in the same position side by side. If they're on an angle, I want them to try and be both on the same angle. If it's your leg, same photo of the leg on your after. So it's really important to try and do that with your before and afters when you put it side by side. There's nothing wrong with putting before and after in little writing on your picture. Make sure your before photo is always on the left and your after on the right, or it's always on the top and your after on the bottom. Nothing worse. I don't know how many times brand partners have sent me photos to say, what do you think? And they've got it back to front. And I'm like, oh gosh, it's sort of gotten worse. And all of a sudden we've worked out that they didn't have it the right way. So, okay, floor's open. Who's got questions?
Tony, you got a question?
Yeah.
No?
Hey, Cal, I love the ideas of the hook and that. It's fantastic. I was just going to ask, I have photo collage. Is that the same as pic collage?
Yes. Yep,
Thank
same
you.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing. Anything that you can get it side by side. Some of them, like Pic Collage has a grid area that you can use the grid and put 1, 2 or 3 photos in. I often don't use that because if I have taken the photo the wrong way, it doesn't fit in that grid. So I usually use it as freestyle, but whatever makes it easier for you. Who else?
Marie, have you got a question?
Who is that?
You, Marie.
Oh, I thought you said me. I can never look straight ahead. It always looks like I'm looking to the side or down. I can
So
never get a straight on one.
Here's the tip for that. When you turn your camera on, oh, wait a minute, I've just got to turn it around. Right at the top, you'll see where your camera is. It's right at the top in the middle.
Yep.
Just look at that dot.
Okay.
Because that's the center, that's the camera. It's like me, I'm looking at the dot now and it looks like I'm looking at you all, right? But I'm too busy looking at everyone on the screen, so that's why it looks like I'm looking all over the place.
Okay. I'll scribble that down in my notes.
Yes, just keep that dot, it's right in the top in the middle.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Did everybody sort of know this information, or is it sort of going to make you go out there and think a couple of different things now when you're looking at photos?
I appreciate it. I think it's really good. I actually have been wondering this myself for the last few weeks, actually, because I've seen a few posts on it, but I need to save it or write this stuff down, and at the time when I see it, it's never when I have a pen and paper handy. So I think it's really, really good.
Oh, that's great, Kaz. I'm really happy because, you know, I took my team through a little bit of this, and a lot of them were like, wow, really? And I think the biggest thing that I love is the hook and the bruise. And sometimes it's less is more, say less, and it means more. So just get that hook into them. Anyone else? Look at us go. I'm only 5 minutes over time, Rachel. High five.
Unbelievable. Now, for that alone, everybody get in the comments and just tell Cal what an awesome job she's done. Is nothing more cooler than actually learning how to use a tool. So now we have just educated a whole group of people on how to really take great before and after photos. And I love what Cal said, you know, if in doubt, don't post it. If there's any doubt that you're going to get slammed by going, oh, that's just being photoshopped, don't post it. You know, it's just not worth it. But one of the things that I really want to start a big, big movement as well, and right now we've got nearly 35 people to to help me with this. If you see any products that are being posted on social media that actually have Nerium in them, you need to just take it down. If it's you personally, just take it down. From now on, take them down. If you see a friend, a brand partner, a teamie, someone, just let them know, hey, you know, we're not doing any more Nerium pictures. So it's really important that we really stick together and do this together, because we want to be posting Age IQ. We want to be posting Neora. We want to show the people all of our new product range. You know, as Kel said, not the products themselves on the post, but if you see other people doing it, make sure it's Neora and it's not Nerium. So in saying that,
Rach? Oh, sorry.
Sorry?
Just a query. When are we going to get the Neora products? Because today was the first time I actually got a bottle of Neora. I did my launch party back in January, February or whatever, and I still haven't got any products to take to my parties that say Neora.
Yeah, it's starting. So the eye serum is now Neora, the cleanser is now Neora. It's starting. Basically, we're just winding down that warehouse of the Nerium products, and then it'll be all Neora. So
Yeah.
it's coming. I know New Zealand has already got the whole range now. Yeah, I think Australia is just the day cream and night cream. Isn't that just what's left? Kel, do you remember?
Yeah, I think we've got we've got the firm, we've got the eye serums just coming. I think the eye serum's just filtering out now. But I talked to them the other day about it, Tone, because I know New Zealand and that have got it through, and they said it's coming now. So we're just depleting what they've got in stock. Rach, just before you close off, I just would love you guys to write this down when we talk about the hook and the bruise. I forgot to mention it. In your testimony or in whatever it is that you're writing, it's not what the product can do to solve their problem. It's what the product can do to solve their problem. So it's not what the product is, it's what the product will fix. So what it's fixing for me is the fact that I look tired for 10 years. If it was a photo of my butt and it was cellulite, I might write something that said, I promised myself I would get bikini fit by summer. Check out my winter results so far, or something along those lines, because that's the problem. I need to get into a bikini by summer. There's the bruise. And so does somebody else. Anyway, so I just wanted you to write that down, because when you think about it, if you keep thinking, oh, it's not what the product is, it's what the product will fix, that'll help you find the bruise every time. Sorry, Rach, all yours.
Awesome. So we don't need to remove any of the posts from Nerium from the past. It's just now moving forward. Moving forward, everything is Neora. Just be conscious about what you're posting, and have an incredible week, guys. Go and blitz this promotion. How to go out and blitz this promotion is share Neora. Take people from not knowing about Neora to knowing about Neora. Get that list together and just get through that list. Have an RRP. Book your RRPs for the whole entire month. Remember, it's 5 RRPs for a team director in your whole entire team, including yourself. If you want to hit Audi, if that's 15 RRPs in your whole entire team. So really think about, strategize. How can you build out this month where you can make sure your team are having RRPs, you're having sit downs, you're sharing products, you're sampling products. Just go out there and stick to the system, and go and blow up this month, and let's totally rock this promotion. Let's wave the Australian flag together and the New Zealand flag. Awesome, guys. Have a great night. See you all later.